Let's talk the club. One more thing, like, subscribe, and share. Come on, let's talk the club. Woo!
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Cutler on the Let's Talk the Cutler broadcast. So let's talk the Cutler Virtual Book Club and the Let's Talk the Cutler YouTube platform. It is another Tuesday. It is the 24th of September, and I'm glad that I'm going to be able to spend these 1,800 seconds with you all. And just in case somebody is stopping by for the very first time and they're wondering, what is this guy going to be talking about? What's going on in this platform? Please understand, please know that this platform is about inspiration. It's about motivation. It is about challenging ourselves to show the best version of ourselves, even in the worst of situations, because we know that worst situations always happen. Worst situations come about. They come about when we least expect it, when we don't expect it, when we don't hope for it, when we sometimes are not ready for it. And it's all about how do we respond. I often say to people that I mentor, I say to people that in my circle, in my space, in my community, in my network, it's all about how you respond. So as these worst case scenarios show up, it is about how we respond that matters. It doesn't matter the extent of the situation. It doesn't matter the extent of the problem. It's about how we respond. That's what takes me through life. It's about how I respond. And for me, I want to make sure that I always respond in such a way where my character is not questioned, where my integrity is always in check, and I don't want to be ashamed of how I handle the moment. How about you? Are you responding in such a way these days that you are not ashamed of how you handled the moment? Tell somebody, come on and let's talk the color, because this guy's going to talk tonight about, can you use more confidence? As you come to the chat room, make sure that you say hi to everybody. Make sure if you have snacks that you make sure that you brought enough for everybody, because I want to talk this evening about really, can you use more confidence? So again, if you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe. And after you subscribe, do me a favor, click on the notification bell. The notification bell, I don't know if it's down there, up there, over there, over there. I'm not sure where it is on your device, but click on the notification bell because it lets you know whenever I've gone live. It lets you know whenever I've uploaded new content. And that way you can stay in touch with me and I can stay in touch with you. How about that? Tell somebody, come on, let's talk to Cutler, because the man is just trying to help save somebody's life. Hey, let me just hop over into the chat because I see you all are coming in here fast and furiously. So I want to shout out the LTTC VIPs. Those are the top 3 people that I see on my end. Don't draw fuss with me. Don't fight with me. Don't send me a nasty email tonight if you say, Cutler, you didn't call my name and I was in the top 3. I'm only going by what I see on my end, okay? I hope that's all right with you all. And then I have to tell you something else that recently happened. But the top people that I see are Annie Cutler, Jay Song for you, and Paula D. It is so great to see you all in the chat. Make sure you say hi to everybody. You all today, oh my goodness, I was reading something and I decided I wanted to share this with you all. But before I go to that, I don't know if you all have a copy of this book yet. It's Billboards to Better, 366 Days. What number did I say? 366 days, daily sources of motivation and inspiration along the highway of life. It's my book, and I'm not just pushing this because it's my book. I'm pushing it because I really believe in what I write. And I was reading today's quote, you all. It's this book. It's available on Amazon. You can go and get it. But I was reading a quote today, and it says, "Learn to think and live outside the box before you are finally placed in a box." Oh my! Learn to think and live outside the box before you are finally placed in a box. The message that accompanies this says that you will be placed in a box soon enough, one day. But while you are alive, as long as you don't hurt anybody else or harm yourself, tap into your God-given creativity as often as you can. That quote was about it was about encouraging people to tap into what's inside of them, to recognize what's inside of them, to look inside of them and see their values, see their virtues, see their gifts, see their talents, see their beauty, see their abilities, see their inner strength, all of those sorts of things. And one, acknowledge them and then exercise them in such a way that it allows you to live beyond where you are. We all have something inside of us that will allow us to live beyond where we are. And that's what I was trying to get people to in that statement when I said, hey, you will be in the box one day soon enough. But for as long as you can, live and think and breathe and be and show up and present yourself outside of the box. It means in order to get outside of the box, you must first go inside yourself. What is it within me? What is it that I have to get outside of the box? And that's really not the thrust of my conversation this evening, but it creates this foundation because in order to get outside of the box, you have to be okay with walking in discomfort. A lot of times people don't leave where they are because they are not comfortable going someplace. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm comfortable where I stay. Sometimes I'm comfortable in my own abnormality. I'm comfortable wherever I am. But if you're going to think outside of the box, it requires a little more than comfort, you all. It requires confidence. And that's what I want to talk about this evening. Can you use more confidence? Are you going someplace that will require you to be a little more confident in order to leave where you are, in order to tap into your God-given gifts and your God-given talents and your abilities and strength and beauty and all of that? It requires understanding that you don't have to be comfortable in it, but you do need to walk in a certain amount of confidence. I had a conversation with a few people yesterday, and I was asking them, which do you think is more important? Yes, I'm teaching a cohort, and I was asking them, which do you think is more important, comfort or confidence? Unanimously, they said confidence. They realized that comfort was something that was wonderful, that was nice, it was kind, it was a good to have. But they said there's something about having confidence. And I want to remind you all that there's something about having confidence. Confidence will make you smile when you're standing in the room all by yourself. Confidence will help you realize that the future is created based on what I do today, not by what I do tomorrow. Confidence will cause you to say, I'm okay with me if nobody else is in the whole wide world is okay with me. That's confidence. Confidence says that this is not as good as it gets. That's what confidence says. Confidence takes you beyond the space where you are comfortable. And so I want to talk about that. Can you use more confidence? You all talk to me. I want to know if you are a person who really ascribes more to confidence or comfort. Tell me, which one is more you? Are you the person who looks to be more comfortable in settings, or are you the person who looks to be more confident? And then I'll tell you why I talk about that, because sometimes we're not quite sure what confidence is. And we hear people saying things like, don't lose your confidence. And I'm saying that to us this evening. I don't want you to lose your confidence. Confidence is the ability to trust in yourself. It is your ability. It is your it's your trust in yourself, but it's also trusting in your ability to succeed. Tracy says more confidence. So you all tell me what you want. Do you want more comfort or more confidence? Confident people, and I was reading this somewhere, that confident people have the ability to create their own space, to create their own happiness. They tend to be more proud of their accomplishments because they understand that they worked hard. A lot of times you have to understand, I worked hard for what I have. Not me, I'm talking about you all. You have to say to yourself, I worked hard for what I have. And so then you are proud of your accomplishments. And it means that you are able to speak with conviction and you don't doubt yourself. You don't question yourself. You don't question, what am I about to say? What am I about to do? Am I able to do this? Can I do this? Will I succeed? No. Confident people don't question themselves, or they don't doubt themselves. Because if you're not sure about something and you're a confident person, you're going to ask for help. My asking for help does not indicate that I am weak at all. My asking for help does not indicate that I'm frail or that I'm going to fumble. My asking for help causes me to realize that I know what values I have. I know what strengths I have. And I know when my strength gives out and when someone else's begins. Confidence allows you to make sure that you don't take on a whole lot of stuff so that you don't stress yourself out. I'm talking about understanding confidence, you all. I got to trust in myself. I got to believe in myself. I have to know what I'm capable of doing. I have to know where I can go, what I can do, how I can be, how I can show up. That's what confidence is all about. I don't want us to lose our confidence. We're 9 months into the year, getting ready to go into the holiday seasons and all of that, and people will bombard and buffet you, and things will cause you and will rattle and shake your confidence. You've made it 9 months through the year. Don't let anything rattle or shake your confidence for these next 3 months. Go on and be your wonderful self. Go on and be your beautiful, strong self. Go on and be your creative self. A lot of people lack confidence, and I wonder why. I can tell you why. Because there are things that we sometimes experience, sometimes things that we go through. It could be in your childhood, and people will say, "Well, why do you always blame things on childhood?" Because do you not understand that a broken child will become an adult who's trying to repair him or herself for the rest of their lives? So sometimes we go through things in childhood or other life experiences that are traumatic. Yeah, it happens. It happens to so many people. But I want to make sure that we don't end up walking around in a lack of confidence. I want us to be having a lack of confidence. I want us to learn how to be confident because you tend to be happier. You tend to be more successful. So it really is important that we find ways to boost our confidence. That's why I'm talking this evening about don't lose your confidence. It is so true. Let's see, McDina, because I'm confident, I am comfortable. Absolutely, McDina. I think that's a great way of looking at it. Because I am confident, I am comfortable, and I don't know that the converse of that is true. Because a lot of you can't say just because I'm comfortable, I'm confident. Because a lot of times people end up comfortable in their lack of things. But when you're confident, you stand fully and totally and completely in who you are. And because you're confident, you are able to many times stand in comfort. It doesn't always walk hand in hand or go hand in hand, but more times than not, it does. Jason, for you. I told someone once that we spend most of our adult getting over our childhood traumas. And that is so true. And a lot of the childhood traumas are the things that rattle and shake our confidence. And as we're walking through life, we're moving forward, but we're holding on to the things that shook us, the things that rattled us, the things that traumatized us, the things that brought chaos into our lives. And those things sometimes will just follow you and go with you for your life, and they will cause you to challenge who you are. How do I stand? How do I show up? How do I be? Why can't I conquer this? Why can't I handle this? It is because there are things that cause you to question your value and your strength and your beauty and your tenacity and all of those things, your integrity and your character, all of those things. But I come to remind us this evening, don't lose your confidence. Don't lose your confidence. And if you find that you are losing it, there's a way to boost it up. There's a way to become more confident. Really, Cutler? Absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm going to talk about this evening. How do we become more confident? How do we learn not to throw away our trust in ourselves? How do we learn not to throw away our trust in our ability to succeed? How do we learn not to throw away our ability to, or our trust in our ability not only to succeed, but to be victorious in whatever we set out to do? To speak with conviction, to not be afraid. How, Cutler, do I learn to become more confident? One of the things, you all, and again, I was reading an article. One of the things that I discovered is that you can learn to be proud of the small things in your life. I made a note and I wrote down that you will never fully appreciate the big things in your life until you know how to be proud of the small things. Have you ever seen people, whenever you see them, they're just ungrateful, they're just unappreciative, they're not thankful for anything, and it looks like they have just an absolutely wonderful world, but they seem so ungrateful and so appreciative and so unthankful. Beautiful house, wonderful cars. I mean, just wardrobes and all these sorts of things, but they just look unhappy and ungrateful and down and out all the time. Might it be because they never learn how to fully be proud of the small things in their life? You can't appreciate the big things unless you're proud of the small things. You just can't. Think about the big things that you have in your life. And I guarantee for those people who really fully appreciate and embrace those, they're proud of the small things that happen along the way. I'm proud of how this happened. I'm proud of how this unfolded. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I appreciate how this unfolded in my life. Because when you appreciate, when you are proud of the small things, Your journey takes you to greater things. Your journey takes you to bigger things. Your journey takes you to more wonderful things. So learn how to be proud of the small things. That will boost your confidence. It will boost your confidence in your ability to create your space, to create your own happiness. And sometimes what you have to do to make sure that you're not taking those small things for granted, you all know I say it all the time, learn to write them down, learn to journal them so that you don't forget. Celebrate every victory. It doesn't matter how small it might seem to you, how insignificant it might seem to you, how insignificant it might seem to others, but learn to celebrate your victories. You all know I teach, preach, I say that all the time. Learn how to appreciate every victory. Throw yourself a party. Learn how to dance in the rain. Just make sure that you are learning to celebrate yourself. I have friends who are single parents, and when I think about some of my friends who are single parents and they want to get, they want to change their careers, they want a certain jobs. One of the things that I always appreciate is their ability to go out and find a child care provider. That's a big thing. It may not seem like a big thing to those of us who don't have small children, to those of us who are not necessarily single parents. But think about a single parent who's really trying to change job or change career. Just the ability to go out and find a child care provider, that's a big thing. Go and celebrate it. Celebrate every goal, celebrate every accomplishment, because it builds. It builds you, it builds your strength, it builds your ability, it builds your resume, it builds your dossier, it builds where you're trying to go. I always tell people, set your aspirations up with the stars and the moons and build up to it and celebrate every step on your way to where you're going. Every step on your way to better, learn how to celebrate it. Every step on your way to your next or your new, learn how to celebrate it. Be proud of the small things. Celebrate all of your accomplishments, no matter how insignificant you sometimes think that they are. And I think one of the things that we need to do is go and apologize to the things in our life that we didn't celebrate. Color, that's deep. What do you mean? Go and apologize to the things in your life that you didn't celebrate, the things that got you to where you are now. You need to go back and say, I'm so sorry that I didn't appreciate you. I'm so sorry that I didn't celebrate you. I'm so sorry that I didn't take the time to acknowledge the milestone that you were creating in my life. What do you mean? You put together a wonderful resume, you didn't celebrate it. You put together a wonderful application, you didn't celebrate it. You got approved for that loan, you didn't celebrate it. Learn how to celebrate. Go back and say to those things, I'm so sorry. I apologize that I didn't celebrate you. Go back to the things that you forgot to highlight in your life and have a party for all of the things that you forgot. All of the things that people told you that were too insignificant to celebrate, go back and celebrate all of those things. Because all of those things helped us become who we are today. So go back and celebrate those moments. Go back and celebrate those people. Go back and celebrate those events. That's one way that you can build more confidence in yourself. Celebrate everything that helped you along your journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent. Celebrate it all, because there are some things, and we say this all the time, oh, it worked out for my good. Well, if it worked out for your good and you forgot to celebrate it, what good was it? Oh, it was meant for my evil, but it turned around, and or the creator turned it around for my good. Absolutely, and you forgot to celebrate it. Oh, it doesn't matter what I'm going through. This too shall pass. And it passed, and you forgot to celebrate it. Celebrated the fact that it passed. Go back. Be proud of the small things. We all ought to throw ourselves a party. As soon as we leave this platform this evening, we ought to throw a party for the things that we forgot to celebrate. Light a candle, give a toast to something for the things that you forgot to celebrate. And then because that's one way to build your confidence. Absolutely, Jason, for you. I'm on my way to my next and my new. Absolutely. And that has to be an everyday mindset. And as you're building your confidence, here's another way to boost it. Don't judge other people. Don't judge other people. Because the same way that you judge other people will turn around and judge you. Judging others tend to mean that you think that they have something that you don't have, that you tend to think that they have something that you're lacking. Stop judging other people. Because rather than judging them, try to find out what makes them special in your eyes. Why am I giving so much time and attention to that individual? What makes them so special? And then learn to encourage them, learn to celebrate them. Don't judge people. Every person have a gift that makes them uniquely them, that makes them organically them, that makes them authentic. Yes, so quick to celebrate everyone else, but put yourself on the back burner. Kimberly, thank you, my friend, because we do that all the time. We'll celebrate the whole wide world and forget to celebrate ourselves. That is why I urge us to go back and apologize to the things, the moments, and the milestones in your life that you forgot to celebrate because you didn't think they were important enough to celebrate. Go back and apologize to them. Oh, those were the shoes that got me to that interview. Let me celebrate the fact that I had those shoes to wear. Oh, that's what helped me find that. That's what helped me form that relationship. Oh, go back and celebrate those moments and those milestones. Listen, y'all, we only get one chance at this thing that's called life. I need to pause for just a moment because we only get one chance at this thing that's called life. There are no do-overs. When we get to the end, there are no do-overs. There are no retakes. There are no cut one, sing two, whatever it is. There are no do-overs. We take these 1,800 seconds to spend this time so that we can make sure that we're getting it right on the way. Doing our very best to get it right on the way. I want to be confident along my journey. I want to know what it is that I have. I want to understand and appreciate everything that the Creator poured inside of me. And I want to acknowledge all of my strength, all of my values, all of that stuff. And take so much time acknowledging who I am and standing in the fullness of who I am, so much so that I don't have time to judge other people. I get a chance to look at them and celebrate them and keep on going and walk hand in hand with them and say, listen, I celebrate you, you celebrate me, and we'll walk into the space, this new and this next, and this space that's called better. And for everything that comes to distract me from understanding who I am and what I'm made of, I learn how to say no. Learning how to say no will also boost your confidence. I promise you, trust me, it will teach you to boost your confidence. Because in and of itself, it is a complete thought. If it's something that you don't want to do, something that you don't want to be a part of, someplace where you don't want to go, someplace where you don't want to show up, learn how to say no and stand in the truth of what you speak. You don't want to help somebody move? No. Would you help me? No. Okay. And don't feel guilty. I'm having a dinner. Do you think you could bring something over? And you know you don't like potlucks. Just say no. And stop saying things that mislead people. McDonough, you're right. No is a complete sentence, is a complete thought, is a complete statement. Stop saying things that will mislead people. When they say things to you, you say, well, I will think about it. All right, so you will think about it. What are you going to do after you will have thought about it? Are you going to get back with the person? Are you going to conclusively let them know what's going on? Are you going to give them a final answer? I will think about it. Stop misleading people. Say no, because that's what you mean. Stop saying I will get back with you, and then you wait to get back with him after the event has happened, after the event has expired. Just learn to say no. Now that will build your confidence. What am I saying? Learn how to speak up. Don't be afraid of what you have to say. Make your opinions heard. Make your thoughts known. A lot of times, you have something valuable to say. A lot of times, what you have to say will set and adjust the temperature in the room, but you don't say anything. Stand in your confidence and say what you have to say. Sometimes, well, I don't want to say anything because I might be wrong. Well, you might be right. I don't want to say anything because I might mislead people. Well, you might lead them the right way. Be confident about your opinions. Be confident about your thoughts. And don't take being wrong about something personally. All of us have been wrong about something. And for the times that we were wrong, if we're honest, the times that we're wrong helped us to make sure that we got it right the next time. Confident people speak up. So you learn how to speak up. You learn how to say no. You learn how not to judge other people. And you make sure that you are proud of the small things that are going on in your life, that you celebrate the victories. Make sure that you take the time to listen. That's what a confident person does, because listening, it will give you a chance to learn. Listening will give you a chance to learn, particularly from those people who know a little more than you do, the people who have been around the block a few more times than you have, or the people who have a little more experience, a little more know-how. Take the time to listen, because it makes you more confident. I've listened, I've learned, and now I'm more confident. It allows you to gain knowledge and learn new skills and help you improve the package that you offer the world. Actively listen. Pay attention. It makes you more productive. It helps you more to then to interact with the world that's going on around you. We don't all but listen, because we don't all know everything. None of us know everything. So take the time to listen. A lot of times people ask me, "But don't you have anything to say?" I'll speak when I have something to say. There are times when I've gone to meeting after meeting after meeting, and I'm talking about within my professional setting, in my professional world. And I listen to people just talk, because there are people who sometimes like to hear themselves talk. And so many times people say to me, "I know you have an opinion. I know you have something to say." Can I tell you all that I enjoy those moments when I'm able to sit in silence and I don't have to say anything. I really love those moments. But because of what I do professionally, because of what I do in the educational world, in the church world, and in other civic and social settings, people think that I love to talk, and that I want to talk, and that I want to share my opinions all the time, when that is really not the truth. I really enjoy those moments when I can just sit and not have anything to say. But here's what I'm trying to say. Learn to listen. I sit in those meetings, I sit in those sessions a lot of times, and I don't say anything, and then people call me, "Well, what do you have to say about it?" Be the person who listens twice as much as you speak. Because when you listen twice as much, you learn twice as much. It builds your confidence. And so I just want to offer that to us. Don't throw your confidence away. Learn how to be more confident at work. Just make sure that you are. Know your craft, know your skills, know your abilities, learn how to acknowledge when you make mistakes, learn from those mistakes and improve, and just keep right on going. You can be more confident at work. You can be more confident in relationships. How? Well, certainly if you learn to listen, but also understand who you are and what you bring to the table. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about platonic relationships. I'm talking about, hey, my friend, auntie. I'm talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about platonic relationships. I'm talking about business relationships. Learn how to be more confident in those spaces. Know what it is that you bring to the table. Know what it is that is within inside of you. Know what is within inside. Cutler, did you really say that? Know what is within you and know what is inside of you, because it will boost your confidence. Understand what you bring to the table. Understand who you are. Understand that you have the DNA of the creator of the whole wide world inside of you, and that should take you from here to wherever your next is, to wherever your better is. Don't throw away your confidence. Learn how to be more confident even in social spaces. I used to wrestle and struggle with that so much because I'm such an introvert. Because, well, Cutler, are you really? Yeah, because here I am behind the screen. But may I say this to you? May I say this to you? Learn how to build your confidence in whatever space, in whatever circle, in whatever network you are in. Learn how to build your confidence. Learn how to stand in the strength of who you are. A lot of times people lack social confidence. I was one of those, just so socially awkward. I didn't like going into unfamiliar situations, but you have to learn how to navigate those. So, what would I do? I would take a friend, I would take a relative, I would take along somebody with whom I was comfortable because I felt less socially awkward in those spaces. You got to learn how to navigate these spaces in this thing that's called life. You don't like going to other people's events? Throw your own event because that way you're in control of the whole setting, the whole environment, the whole space. But you can be more confident in social settings. You can be more confident in the workspace. You can be more confident in relationships. But just make sure that you are a confident person and you're not so busy celebrating everybody else until you lose the ability to celebrate yourself. Stand in your own confidence. Learn how to trust yourself, trust your thoughts, trust your mind, trust your creativity, trust your ingenuity, your yes. Trust your intuitiveness. Trust all of that. Trust your ability to succeed. Trust your ability to get the job done. Trust your ability to get from point A to point B. Trust your ability to understand this. He who hath begun a good work in you, he's able to perform it. He's able to complete it. So that means that whatever I set out to do, I have a God-given ability to finish everything that I set out to do. And what am I going to do? I'm going to celebrate every step along that journey as I'm doing the things that I've been called to do, the things that I want to do, the things that I desire to do. I'm going to learn how to celebrate every step. Every step that gets me to where I am. So again, let's just have a party after this broadcast is all said and done tonight. Go back after we're said and done. Go back and apologize for all of those moments that you forgot to celebrate. Say, hey, I forgot to celebrate you. Here's a toast for you. I forgot to celebrate you. Here's a candle for you. I forgot to celebrate you. I'm going to bake a cake for you. For all of those moments in your life where you were too busy celebrating everybody else and you put yourself in the back burner. Go back and celebrate those moments. Boost your confidence. Walk through life appreciating and embracing who you are. Let's do what we do. Let's keep building community. Let's keep maintaining connectivity. Keep your heads up, keep your hopes up, and know that from my heart to yours, there is and always will be so much love. And until the next time we talk, tell somebody, come on and let's talk the color, because the man is just trying to help save somebody's life. I'll see you the next time I see you. Good night.